All right, let's talk about what really gives a company staying power. In a world where everybody claims they have the best product, what's the one thing that truly sets a business apart for the long haul? Well, it's not just about what you sell, it's all about how you serve. So let's dive into this idea of service culture, not as some boring department, but as the only real sustainable advantage a company can have. First things first, we've got to bust a huge myth. We've all been told that good service is the secret sauce, right? But what if I told you that just being good is probably the fastest way to become completely invisible in today's market? And this quote just hits the nail on the head. When good service is the tagline for every single company out there, it just loses all its meaning. It's just noise. Your promise of good service isn't special anymore. It's just the absolute bare minimum people expect just to even consider you. Think about it this way. Satisfactory service isn't an achievement. It's a commodity. Yeah, it's like the electricity in your office. You absolutely need it, but nobody's going to give you a medal just for keeping the lights on. It doesn't make you stand out. It just means you've paid the entry fee to get in the game. So, here's the big takeaway. The goal isn't just to be satisfactory. The real goal is to be consistently exceptional. That is the only thing that's going to make you different. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly how you can get there. So, how do we actually build this incredible culture? Well, it all starts with rethinking who exactly we're serving. And trust me, the answer is a lot bigger than you might think. It begins by totally redefining the word customer. We usually just think of our external customers, the people who buy our stuff. But there's another group that's just as important, our internal customers, your own team. See, a real service culture gets that how you treat your own people directly, and I mean directly, impacts how they're going to treat the people who pay the bills. You just can't build a world-class external service experience on a shaky foundation of poor internal service. The best companies know one fuels the other. And the absolute highest level of any customer relationship, whether it's inside your company or outside, isn't just a transaction. It's a partnership. We're talking about a relationship that's built on real trust, generosity, and this feeling of a shared goal. It's about moving beyond just selling something and into a genuine, collaborative bond. Okay, so that all sounds great, but how do we actually do it? How do we build this culture that creates these amazing partnerships? Well, it's not magic. It's a clear strategy built on 6 core ideas, what we can call the foundational pillars of superior service. But first, why should you even care about all this? Because of the single most powerful force in business, word of mouth. Just look at this number. A staggering 20 to 50% of all buying decisions are driven by it. Exceptional service isn't just a nice-to-have, it's the engine that powers the most effective marketing on the entire planet. And this right here is the engine that makes it all happen. You should think of these 6 pillars as a system where each part strengthens the others. It kicks off with clear communication and a culture where people take ownership. That gives leaders the confidence to empower their teams, who then use their knowledge to adapt to change and drive constant improvement. See how they all link together? This is not a checklist. It's a powerful, self-reinforcing loop. And that brings us to the ultimate prize. Because the whole point of all this hard work isn't just to make customers happy for a moment. Nope, it's to earn something way more valuable and way more permanent, their loyalty. But first, let's be clear about what loyalty isn't, because it's easy to get confused. Things like a customer being satisfied for a day, or even them buying from you over and over again. That's not the whole story. A customer might buy from you every week just because you're the closest option. That's convenience, not commitment. True loyalty is so much deeper than that. On the other hand, real loyalty is an active choice. It's what happens when that consistent satisfaction turns into a conscious decision to stick with you no matter what. And that decision shows up in real, tangible behaviors. So what does that actually look like? Well, it looks like this. They don't just buy from you again and again. They become your biggest fans. They actively go out and promote your business for you. And, this is the real kicker, they become pretty much immune to offers from your competitors. That is the fortress that true loyalty builds around your business. In the end, it all just comes down to this powerful truth. Whether we're talking about your external customers or your internal team, your success completely depends on how they feel about the value and the service you provide. So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question to really think about. In every single interaction, every process, and every decision you make, are you just trying to complete a transaction, Or are you deliberately taking steps to build an exceptional experience that creates true, die-hard loyalists for life? The answer to that question is going to define your future.